Let's take a look at project quality management. Quality management refers to a set of techniques and activities intended to preserve a product or a service quality that can meet the user's requirements. Also, quality management is a set of activities and a process intended to meet the requirements of users in a project, including creating quality policy and quality objectives, and defining the quality-related responsibilities. Quality is not to inspect software that has been developed. Quality is planned, designed, and built in. Quality is subject to continuous improvement throughout a project. The following is the 3 pillars of project quality management. Quality plan refers to a set of planning activities to identify the needs to meet the given quality objectives of a project, and to define how to perform the quality activities. Quality assurance refers to a set of activities, such as review, inspection, walkthrough, which are conducted from a third party's viewpoint in order to validate whether the project outcome, software, or product is consistent with the user requirements. Quality control refers to a set of activities to meet the quality objectives in terms of development of software or a product, operation and maintenance, or activities to find out the cause and to address the issue when the project outcome has any discrepancy against the quality standards. First, let's take a close look at quality plan, one of the 3 pillars of project quality management. Developing a quality plan refers to a set of document creation activities to identify the given quality requirements and standards of a project and to define how to perform those activities. The project quality management should be planned in advance, rather depending on the post facto inspections. Quality control begins in the planning phase. Quality is defined as fitness for use from the user's perspective, and conformance to specifications from the developer's perspective. A quality management plan can be developed by referring to project management plans, a list of stakeholders, and a risk log. Next is the concept of cost of quality. Cost of quality refers to costs calculated based on the resources spent in performing a set of activities to meet the given quality objectives. The goal of managing the cost of quality is to minimize the failure costs by increasing prevention costs and appraisal costs. The cost of quality is classified into the cost of conformance and the cost of non-conformance. The cost of conformance consists of prevention costs and appraisal costs. Prevention costs are the cost to prevent defects, and appraisal costs are the cost to validate, verify product quality. The cost of non-conformance consists of internal failure costs and external failure costs. Quality Management Plan is one of the project management planning documents, and importantly, this plan is developed and shared with the entire project team at the beginning of a project so that the team can meet the predefined costs and schedule and develop a practical quality plan to minimize rework. Next is quality assurance. Another one of the three pillars of project quality management. Quality assurance is a process of auditing the quality requirements and the results from quality control measurements to ensure that appropriate quality standards and operational definitions are used. Major quality assurance methodologies include review, inspection, and walkthrough. Review is a meeting in which system developers, managers, and users get together to examine the conformity of requirement statements. Inspection is a formal process conducted by developers, using a checklist in order to precisely examine the components of software. Inspection is a process which is more thorough than review. Lastly, walkthrough refers to an informal review process, including a meeting of developers. Let's take a closer look at the purpose, participants, and deliverables of each quality assurance methodology. Review aims to examine the fitness of statements and plans, and to assure the integrity of changes. Mostly, managers participate in the process. Its deliverables include a review report and a decision-making report. Meanwhile, inspection aims to discover defects and to verify the solution. Official participants specified in a document participate in the process. Its deliverables include an inspection report and a defect list. Walkthrough aims to discover defects and to verify the alternative. Developers participate in the process. It produces as its deliverables a walkthrough report on a specific service. Examples of the quality assurance activities of a project are as follows. Configuration management covers identification of configuration items and change management. Document management involves creating document management procedures, documentation, keeping documents and disposal of documents. Quality record covers quality assurance planning, conducting the quality-related activities and recording the outcome. Joint review is a joint activity of reviewing the project progress, following the predefined milestones. Verification and validation is an activity of verifying and validating each step or phase of a project. Corrective action includes devising a solution and taking corrective actions. Risk management is an activity of identifying potential risk of a project. Issue management covers analysis of the issues, devising an alternative and implementing a countermeasure. The last of the three pillars of project quality management is quality control. Quality control is a set of activities and a process where required changes are proposed, and the quality-related activities are recorded and inspected to achieve the quality objectives. Key tools and techniques for quality control are as follows. The inspection works of the quality control usually adopt statistical approaches, such as Pareto chart, cause and effect diagram, control chart, and scatter diagram. Pareto chart is a histogram that presents issues in the order of frequency to capture the priority. The basic principle is that a cause with higher frequency can contribute to most of the issues and defects in general. Cause of an issue and frequency of an issue and dominance are presented. In terms of customer relationship management, the Pareto rule, or 80-20 rule, states that 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes. As you can see in the chart, correcting the cause of a defect with the highest frequency may lead to the correction of many other related defects. Next, cause and effect diagram is a diagram intended to show, at a glance, how the causes are related to the outcomes and how the causes affect the outcomes. It is usually used in a product design in order to identify the potential causes that can trigger an issue, which can have implications, and to prevent quality defects. For example, this diagram can be used in identifying the main causes and subcauses, and coming up with a solution in case a defect is detected. Control chart is a tool used to determine whether a service is up to a certain level of quality. When the number of defects is out of the control limit, it is deemed as unstable. In other words, one needs to figure out whether the number of defects detected in the performance test of software or DBMS is within the control limits. Scatter diagram is a tool used to analyze the relationship between two variables. In other words, it is used to verify the relationship between the cause and the outcome, and to visually present the relationship. Let's take a look at different shapes of scatter diagram and their properties. In the diagram with strong positive correlation, when X value increases, Y value increases as well. In the diagram with strong negative correlation, when X value increases, Y value decreases. When the increase of X value has no impact on Y value, it is classified as the diagram with no correlation. Let's take a look at the project Human Resource Management. Human resource management is a set of activities and a process intended to maximize the project team performance, such as team building, team management, motivation methodology, and conflict management. Human resource management techniques may vary, depending on internal and external conditions and project phase. So, a project manager must change a human resource management technique depending on the conditions in order to ensure the successful execution of a project. Following is the key processes of human resource management. First, in the phase of planning human resource management, the roles and responsibilities of team members, reporting system, human resource skills, and the staffing management plan are defined. Second, in the phase of acquiring project team, the required human resources are required to build a project team. Third, in the phase of developing project team, the personal capability of every team member and the interaction of an entire team are improved for better performance of a project. Lastly, in the phase of managing project team, the feedback is offered based on the performance of each team member and the project team as a whole, and the issues or conflicts are resolved if necessary. First, planning human resource management. Human resource management plan is the staffing management plan, which identifies the roles and responsibilities, required competencies, and reporting system, specifying the roles and responsibilities in a project, organization chart, and the timetable for staff acquisition and release. The following is the components of human resource management plan. The role and responsibility lists up the roles and responsibilities necessary to complete a project successfully. The project organization is a graphic display of project team members and their reporting relationships. It is a much more detailed chart than a project team organization chart. The staffing management plan describes when and how project team members will be acquired and specifies how to acquire and release team members throughout a project. Second, acquiring project team. Project team members are acquired through negotiation with functional managers so that the human resources having the right level of capabilities can be allocated at the right time to fulfill project responsibilities. Project team members are sometimes pre-assigned to the project, if necessary, as specified in the project charter. A virtual team refers to a group of team members who participate in the project remotely via collaboration tools like video conference or email. For example, if and when some of the team members work overseas or remotely, a virtual team can be created. Third, developing project team. It is a process of developing a project team in which each acquired member is assigned their own task and role. Fourth, managing project team. Managing project team is a set of activities to manage the performance of the team members, to address their issues and problems, and to manage the changes about the team, under the purpose of optimizing the project performance. In general, the authority of a project manager is classified into positional power and personal power. Using these authorities, a project manager addresses conflicts and issues in a project. First, positional power includes formal power, which is the power to assign a task to the team members or to make a decision on important matters. Penalty power is the power to give a penalty to the team members in order to manage and control the entire team. Reward power is the power to grant a compensation option to the team members, such as promotion, salary increase, and incentives. Next, personal power of a project manager. Referent power is the power obtained when the team members respect their manager in terms of personality and character. Expert power is the power obtained when the manager commands good expertise in a certain technology or field of business. In general, a project team may face different conflicts due to project schedule, prioritization, issue-resolving process, different personalities of team members, difference in perspective among stakeholders. Now, let's take a look at several techniques to manage conflicts arising in a project. First, problem solving is to search the best solution, which can be mutually satisfactory to the team members. Second, smoothing is to overcome the conflict by underlining the commonality among the team members rather than the discrepancy. Third, forcing is to accept the opinion just from one side and to force the solution to the other side. Fourth, compromising is to find a compromised point where all the stakeholders can be satisfied to a certain degree. Fifth, collaborating is to consolidate different insights and opinions from different perspectives, and to enter into agreement and acceptance. Lastly, avoiding or withdrawing is to try not to solve a potential or actual conflict and to turn away from the conflict.